Alright, what's up, good people? It's Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, back with another transit video. And we're talking about the Gemini Full Moon happening on November 27th, lunes, Monday, the day of the moon. There are no accidents, okay? And it's at 4:16 a.m. and 1 Eastern and 1:16 a.m. Pacific, 2:16 a.m. Mountain. Okay, so what's going on? What's on the slate and the schedule for this masculine mutable air sign full moon, Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, which is debilitated in Sagittarius right now, squaring Neptune for this full moon. We'll talk about that more. So this is at 4 degrees, 51 inches, 51 minutes. So the sun in Sagittarius, happy birthday Sagittarius season, is conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. Mars is at 2 degrees. All right. We have the Mercury Neptune square. We have the Venus sextile Mercury as well. Venus Libra, sextile Mercury and Sag. And we also have the T square, the Saturn in Pisces. So Saturn at 0 degrees is making a T square to the Gemini full moon and the Sagittarius Sun. And Mars is also squaring that Saturn. So this is a very interesting energy. Really, it's, I could sum it up with tough talk through tough times. And just be mindful with this energy. 4 is about a building, 4 sides of the square. It's about building. And emotionally, that moon opposing the sun and Mars, there can be some irritation, some frustrations with your communication. Gemini moons emotionally need to communicate. With this opposition and the sun conjunct Mars, on Monday, you're going to feel the need to move, right? Because there's this natural restriction squaring Saturn. And Saturn, and we'll get to the chart shortly, and I'll take you through also all 12 ascendants, breaking that down. But with Saturn in Pisces, right, it's at home in Capricorn and Aquarius. Well, it's in Pisces. Pisces is about endings, undoings, spirituality, imagination, escapism. And Saturn is like, no. You must have spiritual discipline, rituals, routines, practice compassion and empathy, and set healthy boundaries. So Saturn likes to delay, doesn't, permanently stop something, but Saturn delays, limits, and restricts until you apply the discipline, structure, make a plan, and put in the hard work, right? So with the full moon, right, it's an ending. It's illuminating something in your life and your chart. You're going to look where the Gemini is in your birth chart and understand what's being illuminated, what's ending, so that you can move forward through this challenging time for the collective. I mean, we know what's going on in the world. I don't have to run down the list, from the government to politics to entertainment and entertainers and this and that. Our society is going through a great shift. We're in the 5D. And the question is, the Saturn and Pisces involved in this, because it's asking you, okay, Sag, you want to be free and explore and travel and talk about your wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies, and be the bachelorette sign and zoom out to the big picture and be all jovial and optimistic and blunt and arrogant and, and seek higher knowledge. And the Gemini, it's like, I just want, let's just chit chat, let's gossip, and what's happening with this one, and this one said this, and this lawsuit, and da 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 da. And it's quick communications. It's short. It's like Twitter. It's like X, right? It's Instagram. It's Snapchat. All that stuff. Well, Saturn's like the referee, telling both sides to chill out, pause. What are we building? You want this, you want that. Meet me in the middle with discipline, structure, right? No judgment, right? Don't judge the person that wants to get deeper into knowledge and work on their beliefs and philosophies compared to, oh, you're going to judge the other person that's like, oh, I just want to, focus on quick conversations and gossip and, oh, and Barbie and this and that, right? Everyone here on Earth School is walking their own race at their own pace. And so even though we're spiritually going through all this, you may be in 11th or 12th grade and someone else can be in kindergarten, first, second grade. So that's where Saturn's coming in and saying, let's not judge, let's have some compassion and empathy and focus on the work you're doing. Don't forget, we still got this Aries North Node, Libra South Node. So release and surrender those people that are no longer serving you. And Venus is conjunct the South Node, 21 and 24 degrees. And then the Aries North Node is asking us at this time for the collective to be brave and courageous, to be the independent warrior, assertive, aggressive leader, the pioneer maverick, still squaring the Pluto Capricorn. So there's a lot. There's a lot on the plate, on the agenda. Don't hesitate, be great, levitate. Always have the love over the hate. Peace over fear, my dear. Yeah, man, listen up, mister, grab an ear. So, BigEAstrology is trying to paint the picture for you. As we're getting ready to go to the chart, I want you to understand, though, that it's like, no, it's not easy. But there's no victimhood in astrology. This is the map of your life. You chose to be here, to be born at this time, to survive this stuff since 2020, to really figure out how can I evolve spiritually and grow as a soul here on Earth this time, right now, ahora. Okay? So mira, escuchen. Yeah, it's no accident this full moon is on a Monday, the day of the moon. And we got to really take stock and understand where we're at, right? We only got one full moon left in 2023, the Cancer full moon next month. So this full moon, Gemini full moon, and Sagittarius season, we have to watch how we're expressing ourselves with the Mercury squaring Neptune. We may think we're being clear, and right now this is not the time to be blunt and arrogant and exaggerate. This is the time to kind of like really do zoom out, see the big picture, and make sure you're trying to be, remember, this is all mutable energy. So be a little adaptable, adjustable, flexible, without judgment. All right. So let's get to the chart and check out November 27th, 4:16 a.m. Eastern for this Gemini full moon for Sagittarius season. And yes, I do have that Sagittarius birth chart sale going to December 22nd, either $100 or $200. So Sagittarius Sun Moon Risings, hit me up at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. And I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. My Black Friday sale is going till Cyber Monday when this full moon is at midnight. So take advantage of the Black Friday sale. All right. You purchase anything. And the audio birth chart for natal, solar return, or secondary progression, normally $89. MP3 recording, videos of your planetary placements, it's only $75. But if you book that or anything, transit reading, $44, mini Chiron, mini love, mini hater, mini career, only $53. You get to come to Coffee Talk, Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric for free. December 16th, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, looking at the election day chart, November 5th, 2024 of America. Fascinating, baby. Or you can come Saturday, January 20th at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, right? And we'll be looking at the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus in April of 2024. So whether you can make it in December or January, you can come for free to Coffee Talk. My 11th house crew, building astrology community, is great. I have people that come, it's Sagittarius season, so I have people that come all over the world. Amsterdam, Poland, Africa, Australia, Jersey, Ohio, California, Arizona, all over. So yeah, Cali, Florida, Boston. So you want to take advantage of this sale. And I just hope you guys have a wonderful time. But let's get to the chart for the Gemini full moon on the morning of November 27th, 2023. Pew. All right. Continuing on with the birth chart. And this is at 2:16 Mountain. Okay, I'm in the Mountain time zone. And the Gemini full moon, it's here with the Libra ascendant, with Venus in the south node in the first house. So this is really speaking to your IM energy, and the chart ruler of Libra is Venus, okay? Anytime you're looking at a birth chart, whether it's for a business, a human being, an event like this full moon, you want to start at the ascendant. Obviously, the focus is Gemini and Sag, but the chart ruler here of this time period is Venus, and it's in the IM house. So this is, people want to be looking good after the holidays. They want to, maybe they got some Black Friday clothes, or they, got their new TV or gadgets, or maybe you bought a birth chart sale and you're like, oh, I'm going to increase my self-worth or find the love of my life. Eric's going to show me my birth chart reading. The Venus South Node, but remember, this is also about really having the harmony and peace in the relationships that you truly desire. So the Gemini moon is in a foreign land, right? In the 9th house. It's about our wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies, the higher learning, 4 degrees. So this is definitely an energy of blogging and communicating. A lot will be on Monday. But this is where, remember I told you, we have to watch the judgment, because we're dealing with the Pisces Saturn energy, okay, in this T-square. Okay, so there is the Saturn, and then we have the Sun and Mars in Sagittarius in our 3rd house, right? If they're Libra ascendant, I'm a Western tropical astrologer. I use the whole sign system. It's more ancient and more accurate, I believe. And when you're doing annual perfections, you need to use the whole sign system and other different, timing techniques. So this conjunction here of the Sun and Mars, it's strong. And look what's here, the goddess of harvest. So even in your local community, this is telling you in terms of the movement and understanding that we have to be willing to escuchen to other ideas and thoughts and beliefs from other people and not judge. Remember, there's all mutable energy, so we need to be flexible and adaptable. Sagittarius can be dogmatic, but it is in the 3rd house, and this is where we got to be willing to, as a community, verbally exchange our emotional thoughts and ideas without tearing into one another and tearing each other down. That's why the Mercury square Neptune is really fascinating, because we are also, at this point, everybody's kind of digging their heels in the ground. Mars and Sagittarius can be very self-righteous, okay? And the square to Neptune, it's like, did you need to say that? Are you being kind of thoughtful and kind, considerate, compassionate? You're the spiritual guru and this person is just, mush. So just don't get on a high horse, right? Sagittarius to Archer, and have the patience. Saturn is always screaming and teaching you the karmic lessons of discipline, hard work, having a plan, and patience. So at this time, that's what needs to happen. All right. There has to be a level of patience. You're still dealing with this, like I said, the Venus, 21 degrees, and Mercury is, it's still within the sextile because it's 24. And you see that, square to the Neptune. So that's really strong because they're both exact at 24 degrees. So this is where, in some ways, the Pisces energy, we can be kind of frustrated that people are not focused on peace or two equal rights and states, not having occupations, not having this, not mistreating Russians or Ukrainians or Palestinians or Israelis or Americans or people in the Congo, right? We're not really communicating with the compassion and empathy. We're kind of wanting our way. The square is where we can see opportunities for growth, but there can be a lot of arguments, frustrations, and disagreements. Mercury and Sag can bloviate a little bit and kind of be that dogmatic. And the square to Neptune is like, come on, where's use your imagination. We can find equality and justice for all. All right. So this is a full moon where, it's a little, there's a little bit of an irritation. So moving the physical body, maybe if you're not feeling to the proper way to communicate to others, then write it out. The moon's in the ninth house of publishing. Write it out. Write letters to your younger self, right? Because remember, this energy is also kind of trining, the Mercury is trining the Aries North Node. Okay. And we've got the Chiron wound in Aries. So there is this like, be brave and courageous, and the part of fortune's in the seventh house. We've got to be able to build with the other half in relationships and heal our inner child. Okay. So there's a lot of energy about this at this time. And the Jupiter and Uranus focus on, allowing the astrology and numerology and human design and tarot to help you. If you're watching this, you're already into astrology. So get into the ancient herbs, the plant medicine, right? Reach out to wifey and go check out sabalepure.com. That's what this full moon is telling you. Jupiter and Uranus in the eighth house, herbs and plant medicine, resources, connecting with small businesses, other people's money, investing, not overspending, but also investing in self. Jupiter is expanding your self-worth and your values. So you can do that by caring for yourself, right? Trace mineral deodorants, SABALI pure.com. Promoting wifey, but at the same time, I'm just being honest because her products are compostable and is very intentional with all the health that's in it. Organic and vegan body and skincare, we need that, but we need the truth. Pluto and Capricorn, you guys, is also, kind of here to let you know that at 28 degrees, we're going to see more structures kind of being lifted up, right? More veils through the politics, entertainment, financial systems, the stock market, real estate, right? Get with that XRP, okay? But just be smart and be wise. But this Gemini moon, there's also, this is a good time, I think, even with the square to Saturn, a little reflexology, massaging the feet, moving the body, some yoga, stretching, just going for a walk. Maybe just, spend some time in nature, grounding, and go for a walk on Monday as well. But tough talk through tough times. Remember that. So let's go through all 12 signs and houses, right? So this is the Libra, so we can flip it in reverse and start with the Aries. So if you're an Aries rising, the Gemini's in the third house. So there can be some endings or some tough conversations that need to be had over social media, emotionally communicating, but not judging. But tough conversations with the siblings, the neighbors, the cousins, really harnessing and asking, are you being disciplined with your writing and your skills? All right. The Taurus rising. So that's the Gemini in the second house. Your values. Are you speaking clearly and properly positive self-talk about manifesting the money? Are you kind of, gossiping about other people? Are you, are your values really, really honing in? And are you kind of ending the chapter, where maybe you've got to have that tough talk with some of your family members and be like, listen, I'm not going to receive how you've been treating me anymore. Okay. Now, Gemini risings. Well, this is in your first house, right? This moon illuminating the I am energy. So this is where you got to look in the mirror and check in with yourself. Gemini is not naturally introspective. Air and fire, they're more action orientated. So the Gemini moon, have some conversations with yourself about, are you keeping your schedule? Are you honoring Saturn and Pisces with spiritual discipline? Are you practicing compassion and empathy for your fellow man, right? Mercury square Neptune. All right, Gemini risings, come on. Now the Cancer rising, this is in your 12th house. right? So are there things that are being illuminated in your subconscious mind? This is journaling. This is doing the subconscious work, healing your inner child. Cancer risings, you definitely want to reach out to BigEAstrology@gmail.com. All right. The Leo risings, right? That'll be in your 11th house, the Gemini. So we're dealing with the groups, the older siblings, the friends, the social network, the support system. This is where you can emotionally, end some fake friends relationships, but, really move forward discipline with a game plan for your business or how you're going to act over the internet, and networking with the right people that are serving you, for your highest and greatest good. Okay. The Virgo risings, it's the Gemini in the 10th house of your public image, your legacy career. So maybe you're, gotta go in there and present yourself properly for a raise or a new job, or proper communication, in public or something, you gotta say a little something to dad, but the Gemini full moon in the 10th house, it can also, illuminate a new path through the hard work for the career. All right. And show some compassion in the workplace. All right. So the Libra risings, this is what the chart is, right? The Gemini full moon. So this could be writing about trips and vacations, or, even, ending something with, you're like, not liking what your teacher or professor's teaching you, your father. And maybe Libra risings, you are ready to go on a trip or do research, about different cultures and learn some things that you thought you knew, but you're busy gossiping about stuff. But maybe you've got to really do some research and have respect for all people, right? All Palestinians and Ukrainians, this one and that one, people from New Jersey compared to people from Florida, whatever it is. So just be mindful of that. The Scorpio risings, we're talking about the 8th house. So this could be, something about resources, definitely. And even, like I said, the Scorpio rising, Gemini 8th house, this can be about communicating about the occult knowledge, doing some, I don't know, plant medicine. Okay. Maybe you're like, I'm ready for an ayahuasca experience, something like that. But there's definitely things that are being illuminated, and a death and rebirth. There's something there. I'm intuitively sensing that, something even about your partner's resources that you've got to communicate about investments and things. All right. So the Sagittarius rising, the Gemini in the 7th house. Okay, this is where it's illuminating things with the other half. So you've got to do some movement, go on a long walk with your partner, business partner, and kind of speak your truth, but don't judge. Maybe ask the right questions with a business partner or relationship partner. All right. Capricorn rising is the 6th house with health. Could be illuminating things that maybe you're not getting enough exercise, right? Watch, the carpal tunnel in your wrists and shoulders, ears. But maybe you've got to do some different things with the lungs. You don't got to run crazy. Maybe get on a bike. Maybe just walk 30 minutes a day and do some deep breath work, Capricorn risings, okay, to calm you down, workaholics. All right. So the Aquarius rising, the 5th house, well, this could be illuminating some things that you've got to, have some communications with the kids. Take away the iPads, put in a schedule. You get, only 2 hours a day. You don't get the iPad during the week. We don't do iPads during the week over here. They get it over the weekend, but we got to, have that tough talk conversation where it's like, we got to have a schedule and a plan, less hours, go outside and play. And then also this is illuminating things where you've got to push past the fears and be willing to be more creative with your hands, your hobbies. You may be able to start something new there, Aquarius risings. And Pisces rising, all right, the end of the road here. It's illuminating things in the 4th house of home. Try to avoid the arguments in the home. Don't bring the work from home. I mean, the work, from work back to the home. and get into situations where there's these little arguments at home because you're overworking. Maybe you're ending, and this could even be doing some home repairs too. But it's the emotional mind. So maybe there's a tough conversation with mom or the family at home. But remember, tough talk through tough times. All 12 signs, right? Back to the Aries here. There's this energy where, one, break some bread, things you want to nurture and care for. The Goddess of Harvest series here in Sagittarius, third house. And, Sagittarius is all about foreign cultures, foreign lands. So even in your local community, how could you initiate food or services or things for donating, sending goods to the children in Palestine, whatever it is, anywhere over the world? Children need help everywhere. And even in America, we have too many homeless people. So just be mindful of that. It is a moon at 4 degrees that is about building. So we need to build good structures and discipline and habits about our writing and communicating. Do something creative and, try, I would say charge up your crystals, put them out Sunday night. And I hope you all have a wonderful Gemini full moon experience. All right. 1:16 a.m. Pacific, 4:16 a.m. Eastern, 2:16 Mountain. And it's the Gemini full moon. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. And it is definitely an interesting energy. All right. Peace. All right. Gemini full moon. Looking forward to you. It's one of my son's moons. It's not just important with this opposition to Mars to move your body, but emotionally. And I think Gemini does rule the hands, the youth, communications, Mercury. Try not to be so serious. Let's not judge, have compassion and empathy, but we also need to be willing on Monday to have a little bit of fun. I know it's like the first day back to school and work after this long holiday weekend. So the Gemini full moon will definitely be about the chit chat and gossip. Like, my aunt came over for Thanksgiving and she acted like this. And my cousin and my neighbor, they had the loud Thanksgiving party and they were drinking. Yeah, cut that out. Saturn is here to referee the opposition of the sun and the moon in this T-square to tell you, have compassion and empathy, spirituality. Focus on your routine. Communicate positive self-talk to yourself. Be disciplined emotionally. Watch your mouth. All right. BigEAstrology, Gemini full moon, November 27th, 2023, 4:16 a.m. Eastern. BigEAstrology. Hit me up. BigEAstrology@gmail.com. Black Friday sale, Cyber Monday, Sagittarius birth chart sale, you, me, Coffee Talk, December or January. You'll have fun. So make a purchase so I can see your Coffee Talk. It is a great time and you'll make some astrology friends, definitely. My people are great. I got people in Washington, Cali. I told you, all over the world, and I adore them. God bless, and enjoy this Gemini full moon on November 27th. Peace.